So we continue with class random, and in this example we're gonna be rolling a six-sided die 6,000,000 times. So we are gonna create a folder. We're gonna go to new and we are gonna name it test like that, and right click, open in terminal, and we're gonna type in code space that. Once in Visual Studio Code, we are gonna create a file, so we are gonna name it roll.die.java. Okay, the extension is Java. Okay, it's gonna be roll.die.java like that. Okay, so we are gonna import. So again, we're gonna import java.util.random. Okay, and we're gonna have import. Okay, import java dot util dot random. Okay, that's fine. Semicolon at the end, and now we're gonna declare the class. So we have the public class, and it's gonna be roll die like that. To the next line, we're gonna open curly braces, and we are gonna have the public static void main. So we have our main method. Okay, so now we're gonna have the random number generator. So we're gonna have the random number generator like that, and we have random. Okay, random, and it's gonna be random. Okay, it's gonna be random number. Okay, random numbers. Okay, so this is the variable random numbers. Okay, and it's gonna be of type random. Okay, so we're gonna create a new random, new random, and we're just gonna leave it empty, the parentheses. Okay, so this is the random number generator, and since we're gonna try to roll a six-sided die, so from the number 1 all the way to the number 6,000,000 times, we are gonna have to need 6 integers. Okay, so 6 variables. Okay, of type integer. So we're gonna name it, this variable is gonna be frequency 1. Okay, and it's gonna be of type integer, and we're gonna set it to 0. So this is maintains count of the, okay, see, maintains count of the ones that is being rolled. And we're gonna pretty much do the same here. I'm just gonna copy this one, and this one is gonna be frequency 2. We're gonna set it to 0 as well, and pretty much it's gonna count the 2's roll. So we can put in counts 2's roll, and we can pretty much copy this one now. I'm gonna copy it 5 one more. Okay, so this one is gonna be 3. Oops, 3. This one is gonna be 4. This one is gonna be frequency 5. This one is gonna be frequency 6, and it's gonna count the, this one is gonna count the 3's roll, the 4's roll, the 5's roll, and this one is the 6's roll. Okay, no, I don't want. Okay, so we're gonna go outside, and now we're gonna have the most recently roll value. So we're gonna name this variable face, and it's gonna be of type integer, and we're just gonna leave it like that. So this is gonna be the most recently roll value. Okay, now we're gonna have the tally counts for the 6,000,000 rolls of a die. So we can put in tally counts for 6 6 million rolls of a die. Okay, and to do that we are gonna have the for loop. So we're gonna have the for loop, and here we're gonna, inside of the parentheses of the for, we're gonna have the condition. So the integer this variable named roll and is of type integer, we are gonna initialize it to 1, and the condition is as long as the roll is less than or equal to 6 million. So 6 zeros, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, we're gonna increment the roll by 1, so it's gonna we're gonna have a post increment. Okay, so now in the, let me see, we don't need the curly braces. No, yeah, we need it like that. But inside of the curly braces, what we are gonna have first of all is gonna be the number from 1 to 6. So it's gonna be the number from 1 to 6. And to do that, we're gonna call this variable face, and we're gonna set it to 1 plus the random numbers. Okay, the random numbers, and we are gonna use a method. So it's gonna be the next integer. So it's gonna be the next integer. Okay, so the next integer, and since it's gonna be a 6-sided die, is gonna be 6 here. Okay, so this is the number from 1 to 6. It can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 3, 4, 5, or 6. Okay, so now we're gonna determine roll value from 1 to 6 and increment appropriate counter. Okay, so determine roll value 1 to 6 and increment appropriate counter. Let's close this one, and now we're gonna use the switch. So we're gonna have this, okay, it already did it for me, but let me see. So we have the switch, we're gonna have the case. This is not exactly what I want, but instead of random numbers, what we want to have here is have the variable face, like that, face, and we are gonna have case, we can just put case 1. Okay, and to the next line we're let me see, 1 2 3, and we are gonna pre-increment. So we are gonna have frequency 1. Let me see, 1 2 3, like that. Let me see, or we can just leave it like that, that's fine. 4 5 6 7 8, yeah, maybe like that. Okay, so we have case 1, we're gonna increment the frequency, and here has to be semicolon at the end, so it's gonna increment the ones counter. So let me see, increment the ones counter, like that. And let me take that one and just pretty much copy this one and go below here, and let me put it like that. We're gonna have 6 of these, so we have 4 now. This one will be 5 and 1 more. Okay, so we're gonna change that. So case 1 colon frequency 1, increment the ones counter, so this one will be case 2, increment the frequency 2, so we're gonna increment the 2's counter. This one would be 3, this one would be frequency 3, this one would be, and let's change the comment as well. So we have the case 4, we're gonna increment frequency 4, so we're gonna increment the 4's counter. We're gonna have the case 5, we're gonna increment the frequency 5, we're gonna increment the 5's counter. And finally we're gonna have the case 6, we're gonna increment the frequency 6 and increment the 6 counter. Okay, and finally we have the break. Okay, so this is the end of the switch statement. This is the end. Let me see, put it like that, and switch like that, and switch. And this is the end of the for loop, so this is the end of the for loop. Okay, so we have the end of the switch and we have the end of the for loop. So this is the for loop. Okay, so outside of the for loop but still inside of the public class main, roll dice, and let me see, roll die, yeah, like that, has to change, uppercase and camel notation. Okay, so now here what we need to do is pretty much just the basic stuff, just system that out at println, and we are gonna have in the face, and we are gonna use backslash lowercase letter t, so this is a tab. Okay, so instead of making, just with a space bar 1 2 3, you just do a tab like that. Okay, so we're gonna have frequency. Okay, this is gonna output the header, so output headers, and we're gonna have the system that out at print format. Okay, and now we are gonna have one backslash lowercase letter t percent signs lowercase letter t. Now to the next line, lowercase letter d. Okay, backslash, so to the next line, and now we're gonna have two backslash lowercase letter t, and it's gonna be a decimal. Okay, to the next line we are gonna have 3 backslash lowercase letter t. Again, we're dealing with decimals. Backslash lowercase letter t. We're gonna have 4 backslash lowercase letter t percent sign lower decimal backslash lowercase letter n 5 backslash lowercase letter n percent sign lowercase letter d, so decimal, and to the next line. And finally, we still need one more, so let me see if I did it right. Percent sign, next line 6. Okay, so like that, we're gonna have a tab, and then we're gonna have our decimal, and finally to the next line. Okay, that's fine, and we are almost done. So this is the first argument. The second argument is gonna be, well, it's gonna be the frequencies from 1 to 6. So let me see, frequency 1. Now we're gonna have the frequency 2, comma, frequency 3, comma, frequency 4, comma, frequency 5, comma, and frequency 6. Okay, so this is gonna be the end of the class, or yeah, I mean end of the main method, and this would be the end of class roll die. Okay, so let me see if we have any it does it automatically here, so I already did it, but it does it automatically. So let me see if okay, I cannot have both, so I'm just gonna have to delete it. So if Visual Studio Codes add a second one additionally, so just delete it on your own. Okay, and let's play it. Okay, so insert, let me see. Roll break. Okay, so syntax error, so we need to complete in the line 24 to 59, no, 22 to 59, so 22, let's close 22. Oops. Okay, so where's 22? Let me see. We have phase, we have the random numbers. Okay, here has to be a semicolon, so let me see, 22, yeah, semicolon. Next integer, and let's try it again. Now we have line 51 colon 11, so let me see, 51. What did I do wrong here in main? Oh, I should have done this. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so let's play it, and there you have it. So we have let me see, phase 1. No, we did it wrong here, 5. So let me see, 1. Okay, to the next line, 5. Oh, instead of, it has to be like that, T. Let me play it again. Let me see. Okay, so now it's working. So let me see if I can close. Okay, oops. Let's close this one, and now we can appreciate it. So we're gonna play it, and we have the phase, and it's gonna be from 1 to 6, so it represents the sides of the die, and this is the frequency. So as you can see, we have from 1 to 6 million, so we have this number. We're gonna do it again to see that we have different numbers, so let me put it like this, and as you can see, we have different numbers all the way from 1 up to 6 million.